I want you to turn with me to the 90th Psalm. The 90th Psalm. I want to speak tonight on the brevity of life. And I'll make it brief like I did last night. The 10th verse of the 90th Psalm. The days of our years are 80 years and 10. That's 70. And if by reason of strength they be 80, that's 80. Yet is their strength labor and sorrow, for it is soon cut off, and we fly away. Who knoweth the power of thine anger? Even according to thy fear, so is thy wrath. So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Do you number your days? Do you realize how important every single day is? Think of it. God has said that if you live to be 70, you may live to be 80. And then the scripture says, if you live to be 80, you're likely to have a lot of labor and sorrow and troubles and difficulties. I heard about a train passenger who was handing out cigars because the train down where I live arrived on time for the first time in a long time. That was a number of years ago. The conductor said he couldn't accept a cigar. Why? He said, because this is yesterday's train. There's the collapse of time all around us. Do you know in the days of Jesus, as fast as a person could go was as fast as a horse could run. And that happened all the way until 1830. When we developed an engine faster than a horse. Think of that. Those hundreds and thousands of years, all as fast as you could go, was on horseback. Then in 1910, we developed a military aircraft that went 42 miles an hour. And then I remember very well, just like it was yesterday, when Lindbergh took off for Paris. And in 33 hours, he was in Paris, and we thought that was really something. Today, we get on a Concorde, or some people do, and they're there in 3.5 hours. And in 1960, we started going through the air at 18,000 miles an hour when we got up in the stratosphere. Now, my father drove a horse and buggy. And we're trying to run today a space age on a horse and buggy moral and spiritual condition. Time is collapsing on us. How much longer do we have? The psalmist requested that the Lord remember how short my time is. Behold, thou hast made my days as a handbreadth, and mine age as nothing to thee. 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday, when it is past and as a watch. A watch is 4 hours in the night. 1 day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is 1 day. He that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof look to God like grasshoppers. The grass withereth and the flower fadeth, the scripture says. My days are like a shadow that declineth, and I'm withered like grass. But thou, O Lord, shalt endure forever, and thy remembrance unto all generations. Think of it. God will endure forever. But on this earth, we're like a shadow that's declining. We're all dying. From the moment you were born, you started dying. Because we're all heading toward death. Every one of us under the sentence of death. There won't be anybody in this audience alive, I'd say 90 years from tonight. Nobody. We'll all be gone.
You have been our dwelling place in all generations. The Psalm of Moses. And he's the one who says 1,000 years, verse 4, are like 1 day. It is not Peter who said that first. It was Moses who said it first. 1,000 years are like 1 day. And Lord, verse 8, you have set our iniquities before our secret sins. He's talking about all the years in the wilderness. And verse 10 is not saying, and it's been misunderstood, I think, by many people, as though God will allow people to live only up to the age of 70 or 80, because the man who wrote it himself lived up to 120. But he's thinking of the people in the wilderness. Lord, these young 30, 40-year-old people who came out of Egypt, who should be living to a ripe old age like me of 120, they're all perishing. They're 70 years old and they're dying. They are 80 years old and they're dying in the wilderness because it was a judgment, because they did not enter Canaan. That's what he's referring to. So he says, Lord, a wonderful verse, two wonderful verses, or three wonderful verses. Verse 12, first of all, teach us to number our days, to know how few they are, so that we can spend our days acquiring wisdom. Second verse, Lord, let your glory, let your work appear to your servants and your glory to their children. Let me see more of the work you do, Lord, and your glory. And the third